Oh, hey guys, didn't see you guys there. You guys are being a bunch of creepy creepers. So it's May 1st. I'm actually out on my very first ride on my motorbike here. It's a Friday, I have the day off work. Just going for a little bit of a fun ride, do some gravel road, maybe a little bit of exploring, not getting too crazy today. Bike saddle winter, took a little bit for it to get started. I got it started, it run pretty lumpy there because I guess gas wasn't so good. Burned through that bad gas, we got a full tank, and it's running good now. Doesn't seem to be anything else mechanically going wrong, so hopefully we'll have a fun ride today. It's when I left the house it was like 8 Celsius, which I think, what is it, low 50s Fahrenheit, so it's not particularly warm. It's supposed to hit double digits Celsius today. But I got long underwear on under my pants. I got a long underwear top on. Got full leather gloves here, and the tips of my fingers are actually already feeling a little bit cool, especially at highway speeds here. So we're gonna look for Apila Road. It's a gravel road that I've never been down actually, which I find surprising because I do a lot of cycling down here. I think it's probably a newer road from when I was really hardcore into cycling in the 90s and we were out this way all the time. On Google Maps it looks really fun, windy, up and down. There's still ice on this lake here. First week of May. Oh, looks like it's been freshly resurfaced. Make it a lot more loose. So this road was in the local news here just a couple weeks ago. It was closed for a few days because it was washed out in a couple spots. A raging river right across the road. They had some pictures of it. There was quite a bit of water. Can't believe how slow I'm going, but there you go, first ride of the year. I'm not used to all the floating and the drifting. It looks like this is one of the spots that was washed out here. Got big hunks of stone. God, how many one-lane bridges have we crossed here? Probably, this is like probably about the 5th one. Only been down this road a few kilometers and there's already been, I think, 5 bridges. There's kind of a trail. Check this out a little bit. Next week, supposed to do a ride with Riding Buddy. He's got a KLX250 as well. We'll come preview this area. Maybe we'll come right out here. It's non-stop up and down. And we might come check this place out. This isn't where I actually want to go, but today it's another road I saw on the maps of Google-ish. What I actually want to go check out. Yeah, okay, so I think I found our ride for next Friday. Or Saturday. We're either going to ride on Friday or Saturday. I've got next Friday off as well. I booked a bunch of Fridays off, same as I did last year, because I've really gotten kind of hardcore back into cycling, and it takes the majority of my free time, especially on weekends. And even if there is kind of free time left on the days where I go do bike rides, I'm doing a lot of hard riding, so lots of times I'm really tired. We'll go up to that high spot over there. There might be a nice view, because right now we're on top of just about to kind of go into the Cam River Valley, and there's usually a nice view just before you're going to drop into it. Oh yeah, well, if we can get there. I'm not interested in getting stuck in the mud by myself. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not getting too adventurous today. Maybe next week with a riding buddy who could help push me or pull me out. Got stuck. Because I did actually get stuck in the mud last year. I was actually making a video of a ride, and I was going down this trail on the Indian Reserve that's right on the edge of town, and there were some mud holes. The one looked dry. Tried to go through it, and I got stuck. It took me, I don't know, probably over 30 minutes to get my motorbike out of there. I was freaking exhausted by the time I got it out of there. The bike had fallen over, so it was laying on its side for that whole time, because the only way I could get it out was to kind of pull it inch by inch sideways till I got it enough to a dry spot that I could stand it up and get it out. But that must have done something to the air fuel mix, because when I tried to start it, it wouldn't start. And I killed the battery in the process. This doesn't have kickstart. Tried to bump start it, but just couldn't do it with the terrain and the type of surface that it was. So I'm on the reserve, which is like right on the edge of town, but cell phone coverage kind of just like ends abruptly, so there was no cell phone service there. So basically I hid my motorcycle in the bush and started walking out and walking towards town till I got close enough to town that there was actually some reception for my phone, and I called a buddy that I done some rides with, and you know, I don't know him outside of other than riding, and he was super cool about it. He basically jumped in his car right away and came to get me, which was super awesome. And it was already like 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, and by the time I would have got back to my bike with how did it work exactly? Oh no, that's not what happened. I took the battery out and started walking back towards town. And then I had the battery with me. I took it home, charged it overnight, and then went back in the morning with my brother. My brother drove my car, and we put the battery in, and it started like first try. When it was sitting upright, I guess all the air or whatever went out of the fuel line. And then I drove away. But I was videotaping it at the time, and then I deleted the footage. I'm like, shit, because I was kind of embarrassed to getting stuck. But then after I was like, you know what? That was actually funny. That would have made a good video. Kind of regret deleting that footage, but I was embarrassed that I got stuck. But it made me realize that it can happen, and if you're by yourself, especially with bigger bikes, like this thing, I think I've got the weight probably down to about 290, maybe 285 pounds, but if you're riding like a KLR, which is almost a 500-pound motorbike, and you get stuck in a mud bog, like you're by yourself, yeah, you could be in a little bit of trouble and you're far from home. Some washout here on this bridge. What is a neat little hamlet? Neat little hamlet, tiny home there. Oh, yeah. They don't appreciate my loud motorcycle. So now we're on Silver Falls Road. We've got maybe 2-3 kilometers of pavement before we hit gravel again, and then we get on the road that Forbes River Road. We're going to go to the end of it. On Google Maps, it's a dead end, but it looks really interesting near the end. Actually, it looks like it ends at somebody's house, like off the grid house. I've been down this section of this road before. I come cycling out here. Wintertime, I come do fat bike rides out here. So the roads here are still a little damp. Well, obviously, because you go up the left here, you're going up the valley, and I guess there's still spring runoff coming down from there. Yeah, and my rear PMR rack is still broken. I still haven't done anything about it. Okay, well, that's not true. I dropped it off at Quickie King's place today. He's a welder, and he's got some TIG welding equipment, and he's gonna fix it for me. So next week I should be able to carry extra fuel, which I'm gonna need on that ride I'm gonna do with my KLX riding buddy. So we have no extra fuel with us today. So there's 2 gas stations on the way home, so we should be able to fuel up. This bike doesn't get great fuel mileage anymore since I've made performance modifications. If you haven't been following my channel, it is now a 330cc bike with the custom craft bore kit, and it has a full Muzzy exhaust system, which has definitely made the bike more fun to ride, but it's made a substantial hit to how much fuel it uses. Okay, yeah, so here's where it starts getting more interesting, and right away I see we start going uphill, just up here. Nice uphill. I gotta come out here on a bicycle and suffer on it. Man, there's been quite a bit of forestry cutting happening out here. Actually, I'm surprised because we're not even 40k outside of the city. Didn't realize they did cutting like this so close to town. It'd just be beautiful if there was trees. Okay, so now it's becoming a road much less traveled. Start going uphill again. Well, I'm glad I came to check this out. This is an interesting road. low here. We're going up in elevation, so nice, windy, twisty forestry road. Kind of cool. Lots of up and down. I think I just ran over some bear poop. There's other places to explore, but there's definitely lots of private property, no trespassing signs, so can't really explore too much more around here if you're a responsible motorcyclist. No trespassing. Another trail to the left, but big no trespassing sign. Oh, I see the house through the trees there. So the road ends at this house here. Try and not be too loud. Well, it's a fun road, and we get to enjoy it again on the way back. There's an abandoned shed there. Be interesting to check out, but there's big no trespassing signs plastered all over it. To go up the big hills that we came up. It's pretty steep. Steep for a road designed for cars anyways. Pull over up here because I gotta take a leak. Oh, actually there's a nice view as soon as we get over this rise here. Cam River Valley. Fortunately it's brown because it's still very early spring. Very nice. Have to come out here in the summertime when everything is gorgeous. I'm just gonna turn around and pull off the road here. Urinate. So yeah, bike's running great. Considering it's sad all winter. I haven't done anything to it. Got some scuffs from a dump I took off-road there. The Kawasaki sticker fell off on this side, so it's stealth on this side, but still have the Kawasaki sticker on this side. And that used to have some pinstriping here, actually, that I liked. It actually looked nice, and that sticker fell off. The GoPro mount here on my fender that I haven't used in a long time. I took the bag off for my rear rack, which hopefully I'll have repaired in a week or so, but without anything mounted here, this whole plastic piece is loose, so I just put this strap on there to keep it from vibrating, because it actually vibrates quite a bit. Oh, more Cam River Valley vistas here for you. Oh, someone's got a little camping spot. What the hell is that? A little barn? Whatever it is, they got a freaking nice view. Little sugar shack they got up here. A great spot. Maybe eventually they're building a house there.